Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Well, we will see what's going to happen today and what the data is going to show me, but as usual, since few days or maybe 2 weeks, I used to make a statement in the beginning. And I have noticed one or two comments, well, at least one yesterday. It was surprising me because someone just said, hey, um, you didn't call the drop yesterday, but you flipped to bullish. I was a little bit surprised about this comment, but it's at the same time indicating me that some persons don't understand the data I'm providing. And yeah, that's a problem I can't fix. Okay, so if you don't understand the data I'm providing, of course it doesn't make sense to use my analysis for your trade strategy. If you don't know, I mean, if the only thing that you are hearing is something like, yeah, if we maintain above of 31,400, that would be bullish. Oh, cool. I have to long there. But you need to understand and also to hear what I'm also saying. I'm not going to long this. That looks like a fake rally. Inflows are coming in, and so on and so forth. So I'm providing a lot of information. And when I'm saying something like, hey, that doesn't look solid bullish for me, I mean, we need to see how it reacts at 32K because we have a gamma wall there. It's not flipping to bullish in my opinion. I mean, yeah, it was looking bullish. They tried, they failed, and we dropped. And I'm not making any calls. I'm not going to call you the next bull run. I'm not going to call you the next nuke. I'm just providing you information. The best thing you can do is just to hear and to take into account the information and the data I'm providing. That's it. That's my goal. Please educate yourself. Stop following what other people tells you. If they say the weekly 200 moving average is the main protection that Bitcoin can drop, forget everything. Forget everything. The market has its own rules. And believe me, you will not define the rules of the market. Not with a weekly 200 moving average, not with anything. We need to analyze the market step by step, every day, try to figure out every single angle of this market, and then make our own conclusions, and based on that, trade. If you don't have the capacity for that, first of all, unfollow me because it doesn't make sense then to follow me and my provided data, to be honest. And I don't know if that's the best way to invest the money. Okay, so you should sleep about that one night at least. Let us talk now about the weights ratio and what the market is happening. The 30 hours moving average is lifting up, and as forecasted, we see here the 92. So we reached the 92 and we reached here the 96. It's the 1 hour time frame, so not necessarily the best one to see what's going to happen next, but we have the 30 days moving average, and this one it's absolutely much better for that. And if we take a look here, you remember I have said, oh, we reached 21 and now it's declining. It seems we reached our top. I was wrong. We didn't. It lifted even more. And that's really very bearish in my opinion. In my opinion, the waste ratio is one of the most powerful indicators out there. And with 22%, it's indicating that whales are preparing something. Matches, by the way, very well to the Bitcoin reserves on spot exchanges. That's rising, as I have tweeted today. So also here we can see that the stablecoin reserves on exchanges um, just lifted up a few weeks ago, and since then it's declining again, indicating that people are exiting with stablecoins. And at the same time, we have the stablecoin supply. Oh, my mouse again. Yeah, thank you. That's not my mouse, actually, it's my PC, but um, the supply is lifting up, not big anymore, but maintains positive. So let us take a look to the spot flows related to these spot exchanges. So let us take a look to the flow activity, and the first thing we can see just right now, someone just it seems took profit and yeah, it's leaving the exchange with 110 million US dollars. That's nice, but as you know, we received 10,000 Bitcoin yesterday. They sent the Bitcoins to Coinbase. It seems they noticed the lack of liquidity on Coinbase, and from there they sent into Gimini. And yeah, so we still have this 10,000 Bitcoin, a little bit more than 10,000. It was 10,575 Bitcoins, and that's a little bit more than 100 million. So I'm still missing. It seems they are really preparing. They are not done yet, and that matches very well to the whales ratio. As you can see, this 10,000 Bitcoin, of course, um, came from whales. Afterwards, we received 150 million in stablecoins, but also a big outflow happened, 130 million afterwards. And now, since then, it's really flat. So, yes, we received here another 2,000 Bitcoin, and yeah, here again 1,200 Bitcoin, and 2 hours before 2,000 Bitcoin, or at least 1,850 Bitcoin, and last hour another 1,000 Bitcoin. So in the last 2 hours, I would say almost 3,000 Bitcoin. But at the moment, I don't see all these Bitcoins just reflected in the volume. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm still missing also the whole stablecoins, for example. Maybe they're accumulating the stablecoins on exchanges to buy the dip afterwards. That's something we need to check. We need to see. That will take a little bit. But however, since yesterday, the market cooled down, it seems, and is DXY is declining today, SPY is lifting up, and that's the reason why even Bitcoin is lifting up at the moment. So we need to see what price they need again just to drop. In my opinion, that's something that's going to happen. And also, even if SPY is going to lift up, we detected yesterday a lot of puts indicating 390, 380, and that means that in the next 2 weeks, at least option traders, and we are talking about big volume, they spend 7 millions each in 380 put related to SPY, and that means we will, at least on SPY, we will have a drop bigger than 10%. And you can imagine what could happen then to Bitcoin. So if it maintains and keeps following SPY, of course. So we need to see. It's still on. I'm convinced that DXY is going to retest that level of 105 before it collapses, or it go even more up to hitting 107, 108. In such case, the market will nuke, even also Bitcoin, if it keeps following it. So we need to see what's going to happen next. Let us check the future market next. So let us see what's happening here. So we have seen a huge drop in funding rate, and just a little bit later it lifted up, and a huge pump as well. It declined then a little bit, and that's the current situation. So yeah, I don't know how, if they were expecting something and then they flipped. It's not really clear to me why that happened. The open interest is lifting up after it dropped hard yesterday, and the weights ratio, the leverage ratio, it's lifting up now after it dropped yesterday as well. So we can see, related to stablecoins and derivative exchanges, that yeah, it looks almost neutral for today. So no big inflows, but at the same time no big outflows. The only thing that looks very interesting here is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin flows related to derivative exchanges looks pretty interesting. Even if we can see, yeah, it maintained also almost very neutral. We had a net flow. The biggest one today was here 940 Bitcoin. That was 5 hours ago. And they sent 2,360 Bitcoins to derivative exchanges, but at the same time, they just withdraw 1,400. And just last hour, we received 3,080 Bitcoin, but someone just took off 3,100 Bitcoin from derivative exchanges at the same time. So not really useful today on this future chart, to be honest. Let us take a look to the options, and we will see, or let me check here, of course, what's happening here. Let me refresh the site first. Okay. And we see that shorts are coming up again. So we had almost 800 million just before, and we received at least 180 million on shorts, while the longs maintain at 1.6 billion US dollars. Bitfinex reduced a little bit but maintains those 2.6 billion, and shorts, it's a joke, so I wouldn't care. It seems the volume on BitMEX reduced as well, a little bit more shorts than longs, but I don't care. And we can see here, and that's huge, a lot of longs related to Ethereum, indicating 76% versus 22%. And even here, Binance looks very bullish. So it seems people, every time when we decline, they think that's the local bottom and we will lift up. I mean, that's what happened. I longed yesterday as well, but unfortunately overnight, that's my problem as a European. They triggered my stop loss and I missed this swing trade. However, I will have other opportunities, but it looks like we have still, in the situation we are, too much or too many longs, but we will see. Let us take a look here to FTX, if we can see something there. I guess more longs than shorts as well, otherwise they would surprise me. Yeah, of course. Wow, oh, that's big. Oh yes, that's big. I like. Look, 300 million. Oh, that's really so. I mean, compared to the shorts, that's really huge. Jesus, that's really huge. What should I say? I mean, that's really, I don't know if Sam is longing here, but just let us go down below of 29 and we will close all of them. We will wreck them. Um, I don't care at the moment. We will go up even more. If that's going to happen, I will short for sure. But yeah, that doesn't look very. It's insane. It's just insane. I mean, we are talking more than 1 billion here, maybe 1.5 or 2 billions. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Well, let us take a look to the option trading. As we can see, we still have our huge gamma wall at 30k. It's really huge. I mean, the put wall -1 and even the call wall, it's 0.7. That's really huge. So the 30k, it's the magic level at the moment. And we have another wall at 31 and another wall at 32, while the 32 wall is declining at the moment. So the whole, yeah, gamma exposure is concentrated at 30k at the moment. Let us take a look here. Of course, yeah, it dumped very hard, but we are right now at plus 14,000. So it's a mid-range. Not really useful. It can let us go down, but even go up again. However, everything depends a little bit of what's going to happen to DXY today. And in my opinion, it will lift up very soon again. But yeah, we need a little bit more patience, I guess. So, short risk reversal, 2000 lots. Okay. Bear put spread, 1476 lots. Okay. 990 lots custom strategy, 900 lots bear call spread, 640 in long strangle, calendar short risk reversal, 500 lots. So, finally, we received a lot of volume and it's indicating, oh Jesus, 1,600 lots for end of July puts 26k. 1,300. It looks like that's a volatility strategy, and because it matches from expiry, 26 put or 38k call. I mean, please. We have here puts 32k, many puts closed for 29 and even more at 26, and calls coming to 36 and 34 at the moment. And even we still have a 31. So the puts are just shifting to higher price levels at the moment, it seems. Let us take a look here if we can find something that help us. Let us check this one, this one. Oh, that's really big. I like that. Wow. This one, this one, this one. Let us check everything. It will just take a half day for that, but no. Let us see what's happening here. Okay. So yesterday someone started to buy calls 30k. Okay, nice trade. Here someone sold his puts 24k and bought puts 31k, paying a lot more in premium, as you see, a lot more. here the same trade. No, here someone. Okay, but he refinanced this trade with the other with a 30K call and did a nice gain, so not useful in my opinion. We have here for in the beginning of June call 31. Yeah, that's volatility. Call 32 or put 27. Not useful. Not useful. Okay, I don't know. That's the same it seems. December, 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 June. Something big. Give me something big. No, they don't want. Someone both put 30K instead of put 24. Okay, but unfortunately, not really useful. So let us take a look to short risk reversal. Something big, not useful. Refinancing, not useful. Refinancing. Okay, that could be useful. Here's someone saying he expects a price dump below of 29K. He was actually expecting a price above of 31K. Oh, and he did that several times it seems. Yeah, he saw 31. Oh, that's a big one. That's really a big one. And he's even paying more in premium. Oh, what's coming here? Take a look here. Oh, that's big. 200, 200, 36, 37. Oh, okay, that's a big guy. He's expecting until end of July, so it seems in July something is going to happen. Here again, he sold calls 38K, put 30K. Oh, okay. That's crazy. He's expecting until end of July of 29th a price below of 26K. And he's really paying much more. If you take a look to the premium, it's almost the double. And big volume at the same time, so bear put spread. Okay, at least these guys sold the 26K and both 24. It's not that big as the guy before. And here someone both. Oh, oh, what's happening here? He bought also until end of June 24 put instead of 20. Well, I mean, at least a little bit bullish. They are buying a lot of puts 26 and paying a lot more in premium. A lot more. Puts 28, a lot of puts. And I mean, we are not talking about puts 30K or something. I was expecting something like, but not 24, 26. Yeah, and he's refinancing this trade. He sold for 240 and both for 86. I just want to see the opposite. Yeah, the same here. Yeah, the same here. Okay, not useful, unfortunately. Calendar short risk reversal. What's happening? I mean, he's paying a little bit more premium for that trade, but what the hell? Let us take long strangle. We need a little bit of contrast, otherwise we will become perma bears. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like that. I really don't like that. I don't like that. I actually don't like that. Okay, so it seems they are expecting the big move very soon. Hey guys, if you are the option traders here and you are just guiding your option trades because of my analysis, be careful, okay? You don't need to buy all these puts at 26k or 24. Just make your own decision and conclusions. Well, it looks really hardcore bearish at the moment based on option trading. Jesus. Let us take a look to the other chapter. I need to drink something now. So what is driving the market at the moment? What should I say? What should I say? So, first of all, sometimes I really don't know what FTX is doing, just selling here right now. For what? For what? What is really your goal? I don't get you. You sold lower, you are buying higher. That smells like big institutional preparation, lovely Sam. I really don't get them. I really don't get them. But well, I mean, I don't need to. Yeah, I have tweeted about that. Binance was, of course, the big seller yesterday. It makes sense because, as mentioned, their market maker institutionals are using Binance, and it seems sometimes also FTX. Um, Both ways. They use spot and they use futures, mainly stablecoin futures, but also Bitcoin futures. And sometimes I think they use this kind of retrace to use their Bitcoins to long to get more Bitcoins for less and then dump with that. It just imagine how smart that would be. I mean, if you are the market maker and you have the power to buy for some billions and you just use a little bit of spot, of course a little bit of stablecoin futures, but mainly Bitcoin collateral futures, and then you push the price up. When you take profit, you will have, I guess, 60%, 70% profit. So 60, 70% more Bitcoins available to dump afterwards and to buy the dip. I mean, that would be a smart strategy, wouldn't be? But sometimes I think that's what they are doing. At the moment, as you see, yeah, they're, I don't know, just the whole market right now. It's in the hands of the futures. Of course, let us take a look and zoom out a little bit, and then it's getting more clear, I guess. So we are coming back to the POC, as mentioned today, something that could happen 30,600 or something. And yeah, FTX keeps buying, it seems, or at least I don't know the liquidity of FTX at the moment, but they the CBD it's indicating they have more buyers than sellers, and the aggregated one, of course, not. And that's the big problem because the market maker or the institutional that's using that, it's yeah, as you see, they dumped it very hard. And that's the crazy thing because he can make more bitcoins longing and shorting. That's really useful. Thanks for having futures. So let us take a look to actually here to our market makers, and they we can see that. Let me check the color again. They reduce their balances, and then they started to buy here, it seems, the dip. They loaded their balances again, and then yesterday they started to dump it, it seems. They reduced again, that was on the top, and now they are not doing anything. And that's very interesting because that matches very well to the others as well. Take a look here, sideways. They did exactly the same move. Exactly the same move. Well, except this guy's here. I don't know. Now they are, instead of buying, it seems they are reducing a little bit their balances. So panic selling a little bit. I don't know, but surely not enough. It's not indicating any kind of capitulation or something. Whatever. Um, so we don't see any big move here. We can see here that those entities, the little whales, the sharks, they send 1,300 bitcoins. So that's indicating their fund flow. 10 to 100 bitcoin wallets indicating fund flow of 1,300 bitcoins. Just close before we have started to decline in price again. The weights with 100 to 1,000 bitcoin fund flow 600 bitcoin, so nothing big. And even my lovely market makers just fund flow of 500 bitcoin. So nothing happening. They let go up the price a little bit. And while we are making higher lows and higher highs, to be honest, doesn't look that bullish to me. But let us take a look to the exchanges. So, Coinbase. What's Coinbase doing? Well, Coinbase still waiting here somewhere at 35 and waiting to see the price there and to trigger their sell order. Also here at 34,400, but at the same time a buy order at 28,000. The question is, what is the price going to do first, up or down? We will see. I'm not going to say my opinion, otherwise I will say, yeah, you flipped to bullish. No, I'm just kidding right now. It's joking. No, in my opinion, I think we will go down even more to 28, maybe, and then to see. You know, my favorite scenario is to go down to 25, 7 or what it was, and form like a double bottom and then go up to 35k before we can maybe then make a huge nuke or not. However, but it would be a nice, just imagine what will happen. They would liquidate everyone, maybe even me. Just go down 25, double bottom, up like crazy, really like crazy, like last summer, and then to 35, distribute there, and then let it nuke. Nobody would expect that, I guess. So we need to see here. Deribit. Nothing changed. Oh, they stopped here. Why? I don't know. But nothing changed. Everything they stopped. They removed some walls. I don't know why. They have now a little one here, 27.7, but this cluster here is amazing and maintains there. So Bitstamp. Nothing up. The next bigger down, it's at 20 and 25,400. Of course, Binance Spot limiting the way down at 29,200 and nothing up. Okay, we will see. How much? Let me see. 2,100. This guy, I don't know. In my opinion, that's Binance itself. That's my personal opinion. That's Binance itself, and Binance is spoofing here with those 2,100 bitcoins. I don't know why they are doing that. Bitfinex spot. Look that. Look that. I mean, that's not big. That's just Bitfinex. They don't show any big volume, but is that spoofing or are they ready to sell? Let us make FTX perp next. Just waiting at 25 here and at 35, of course. And that's it. Kraken spot. Also here waiting at 34,400. They removed here their walls. I don't know why. I really don't know why. I really don't know why. Well, Bybit, I don't need. We have here 25. That's BitMax spot. And a little bit something at 35,500. And the biggest one, it's at 19. Binance Futures. And that's actually something, when I see that's here, oh, I need to change the color again. That's completely free. No orders. They can lift up here without any problem. But the price wants to go down. And they're trying to limiting the way down, as you can see. I mean, if they push a little bit harder, that will disappear. I know that because I'm just screening them 24/7 mostly, but yeah. However, they were limiting the way down here at 29,500 and they removed the wall. Usually that's a sign. We need to see what's going to happen there. Next. Nothing up, nothing down. That's it. Bitfinex derivatives. Oh, let me see. Waiting at 31,500. Why, Bitfinex? Do you need a lower price? Kraken futures. Also here, I guess 35. Yes, nothing down. And FTX spot. Also here, 35, I guess. Yes. And well, we have here between 25.5 and 23.7, but the biggest one is at 21. We have another one at 22. Yeah, so 22, of course, that matches to the um, weekly 200 moving average, something I don't care about, but many I'm reading, yeah, but 22 is maximum, we will not drop even more, and 22 and 22 and 22. I don't care about the weekly 200 moving average, to be honest. If you care about, that's nice. I don't. Um, but it seems they're here making something similar, just blocking the 22,000. So yeah, and that's it. So let us talk about my personal conclusion. So, yeah, welcome back and welcome to my personal conclusion. First of all, I just want to say nothing big will change because it's still the same. I mean, um, to be ultra bearish, we need a price below 28,500. If we want to be extremely bullish, or at least, I mean, maintain below 30k, it's bearish. That's it. Above of 32k, it's bullish, based on the option gamma walls. If I take a look, for example, where the most liquidity is, and so on and so forth, we know 31,400, everything above of 31,400 would be bullish, everything below of 28,500 would be extremely bearish, and below of 28,500 we could even expect a rising volatility and really a very aggressive nuke if we have a break below 28,500. And you remember just last week we failed just the retest and we went up afterwards every time because bulls know exactly that this is a key level. If we lose this 28,500, we can go down to 26, 25,500 or something relatively quick again, and that's something they want to prevent, of course. Because don't forget, we still have miners, and miners are looking very calm at the moment. But if we start to dump even more, hitting 26, 25, I guess we can trigger them, and then we have a problem because if they start to sell, not only in panic, but just because they need to pay their bills and so on and so forth. I mean, energy prices are lifting up, but Bitcoin not. So that's a point we should have in mind. I'm checking this, guys, but at the moment not indicating anything. But nice that we are here because we can check what's happening to the nothing changed. We still have 65,000 bitcoins more than before May 16th related to spot exchanges. So someone is accumulating bitcoins on exchanges, it seems. And oh, look there. Bitfinex was very active, it seems. That was a pump and dump by Bitfinex, it seems. Also very interesting. Let us take a look. Yeah, they pump it and they dump it. I don't like Bitfinex. I don't like Tether. I don't like these guys. I really don't like them. So, but here, if we check the daily one, we can see the last big outflows related to miners happened at 47,000, and that's now almost 2 months ago. That was in April. Since then, the last bigger was here 4,000 Bitcoin, and it was May 12th. Since then, yeah, it reduced a lot, so it looks very flat. They are just having here 2,000, another 2,000, and that's a nice average. But in my opinion, if we dump even more, they will start to sell. And I would expect volumes like this here. And then we need a lot of capital to absorb all of that. So we need to see if that's going to happen. However, I just said, let me show you here what we are seeing. Let me check the 1 day. Too many lines here. Just too many lines here. Okay. So, Inspo. Okay. Now it's better. You see, we had this trend line here. We had our breakout yesterday. We went up, we dumped afterwards, we bounced here, it seems, and now the question is what's going to happen next. In my opinion, that's going to happen. It looks like a dead cat bounce, so like, and down again. The down again could us bring us back to something like between 28.5 and 29. Let us say between, no, it's not possible, 29. So something like 29 and 28.5. And then we need to see what's going to happen next because 28.5 for me it's ultra bearish if we have our breakout there. And something I can imagine, our volume is just crap. It's really just crap. And so, in my opinion, something is going to happen here very soon. We need to see. I don't think at the moment, and that's just my opinion to be very clear, that we will go up to 34,400 or even to 35 before we can make a retest of 28,500. I can imagine if it plays out as I think, and many will say, but look, Innsbruck, here's the fib. Yeah, we have a fib of, what is that here? I can see that. Uh, 0, yeah, 0. Yeah, 0. Okay, that's my actually 0, my fib 0. And as you see, it's maintaining there. Maybe just coincidence. Whatever. Um, I think that's like a dead cat bounce. They prevent to have our breakout down here, and now it's going to make such kind, and that's at least what I'm expecting to go up and make such retest here. And if we have our breakout, we will see what's happening. You remember, we failed here, we failed here, we failed here, and we failed here. We did our retest and we failed here as well, like we did here and here. That's extremely important what's going to happen at 28,500 next time. In my opinion, I can imagine, and that would be extremely bearish, I know that. But, and then down. And this down can bring us back to that area here, and that would be my, I know, it's bearish, but at least also a little bit bullish. Double bottom and then go up again, and maybe then go up, make a huge, and that would be extremely bearish, I know that, um, a huge fake rally to 35, close the gap, and then go down again, maybe really to 24K because we still have a CME gap, unfilled gap there. So maybe why not to fill this gap? And but however, maybe they're surprising us, and from here we are going like a rocket up. I don't know why we should do that, but so it's my personal conclusion, as you know. I'm at the moment just looking for a nice entry for a short. I'm not going to long that. Once again, I'm not convinced that the market it's looking very bullish at the moment. I don't see any big accumulation by actually no big entity. I don't check entities with more than 10,000 bitcoins like WealthMap is doing. They confirmed, they just tweeted about that bigger entities accumulated 58,000 bitcoins here. And I have reacted to that tweet, and I have said, well, yeah, but every entity above of 10,000 bitcoins also mean you are covering exchanges. And they confirmed that. They said, yeah, well, yes, of course, we have, in those entities, sometimes you have fund flows related to exchanges. So it's for me useless. I don't want to see if I have, I don't know, a rising accumulation, and I don't know if in these entities who is accumulating, if exchanges are accumulating, it's not an accumulation. It just means that people are selling and maybe accumulating their bitcoins on exchanges to sell afterwards, but that's not bullish. So yeah, as mentioned, we need to see. In my opinion, nobody is at the moment accumulating, and I know that FTX CBD looks very bullish because they are not, they are just rising and rising and rising even more, but I'm not convinced. So we need to see what's going to happen next. We need to see what's going to happen here. For me, 28.5 or 31,400 and 30k and 32 based on the gamma walls. Have a nice trade. Be careful. See you tomorrow. And sorry, it was longer than expected. Bye bye. Big love, your Inspo.